a burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring. Found my wild desire, I fell into a ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher, and it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher, and it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. The taste of love is sweet when hearts like ours meet. I fell for you like a child. Oh, but the fire went wild. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher, and it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher, and it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. Oh, you want to get me, don't you, you son of a gun? Oh. Only place I can tell he's hurt is he's got one little wing bone broken. It's not hurt. It's not every day you catch a crow. Be still. Be still. You son of a gun, you. I already like you for some reason. I'll take you home and see if you're hurt bad, okay? Then get you on your good side, Mr. Crow. Whoa! Whoa! There's that thing. I'm gonna charm you yet. I ain't got no wings, and nothing to make my feet go. So I won't be like Mr. Bluestone, but if I had wings like a crow, I know that I need you. Woman, I could fly like Mr. Crow, woman, I know where I would go. I'd leave you. Woman, I'd have to leave you, but ain't got no wings to fly, so I guess I'll get by, and I don't know which way to fly, so I don't know why I've got to stay. If I had wings like a gray goose got, I'd leave you whether my heart break or not. I'd leave you. Woman, I'd leave you. I can't make my feet walk. But if I could fly like Mr. Crow, woman, I know I'd go. Ah!
1, 2, 3, 4.
I leave them completely off the intro, and wait until I'm into the song, you know. I keep that flat top guitar way up on the intro because that's powerful, the way that with the drum slap. Don't you think, Bob?
Yeah. Good. I just
because when they come in, I can hear it. It's kind of a pleasant surprise, you know.
Yeah. I filled it up so you could have what you wanted to choose from.
Yeah.
Okay. Cut on. As we go along, Johnny, tell me where you want them in or out, and I'll write it down. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
To the Sea of Galilee, every hill and plain is home, every place is dear to me. There the breezes tell the stories, oh what stories they do tell, of the mighty things that happened in the land of Israel. Here where Moses and the prophets spoke up unto the beginning of a heavenly Messiah and the blessings he would bring. Oh, to hear again the call, all is peaceful, all is well, upon every rock and mountain in the land of Israel. Where my daddy was born?
Yeah.
In Kingsland? That's where I was born.
Do we go right past on this?
No, we'll turn south here at Pine Bluff on 81 to Monticello.
We're not very far up, then, are we now?
No, we're almost at Pine Bluff.
When you come from either side of that river in that part of the country, you learn to understand most everything. You have to. It's a grind from the time you get up till you lay down. And there ain't nothing gives to you. You sweat. Somebody in the family sweats for that bread that's on that plate, right, John?
Yeah.
And it's usually the whole family it takes to make a living, because it's cotton, and the people that's farming the land is not the one that gets the money. Somebody owns it, and you get part of it. This freight train, I think it's derailed. They move pretty fast through here. This flat land, these freight trains move out.
Yeah.
One of the fastest trains I've been in this part of the country. What the speed that baby
Oh,
going?
my God, he's going to be that way?
Show starts at 6, doesn't it? Get there just in time to change clothes and get the stuff set up. I remember when I was a lad, times were hard and things were bad. but there's a silver lining behind every cloud. Just poor people, that's all we were, trying to make a living out of black lantern. We'd get together in a family circle, singing loud. Daddy sang bass,
Mama sang tenor.
me and little brother would join right in there, 'cause singing seems to help a troubled soul. One of these days, and it won't be long, I'll rejoin their little song. I'm gonna join the family circle at the throne. No, the circle won't be broken by and by, Lord, by and by. Daddy sang bass,
Mama sang tenor.
me and little brother joined right in there. In the sky, Lord, in the sky. I remember after work, Mama would call in all of us. You could hear us singing for a country mile. Now little brother's done gone on, but I'll rejoin him in a song. We'll be together again up yonder in a little while. Daddy'll sing bass,
Mama sang tenor.
me and little brother join right in there, 'cause singing seems to help a troubled soul. One of these days, and it won't be long, I'll rejoin them little songs. Hello, I'm Johnny Cash. I hear the train a-coming, it's rolling around the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. But that train keeps rolling all down the San Antone. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. When I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and cry. Hey! I bet there's rich folks eating in a fancy dining car. They're probably drinking coffee and smoking big cigars. Well, I know I had it coming. I know I can't be free. But those people keep a-moving, and that's what tortures me. From this prison, if that railroad train was mine, bet I'd move it on a little farther down the line, far from Folsom Prison. That's where I want to stay. And I'd let that lonesome whistle blow my blues away. I don't know that it's different from a lot of other music. I think a lot of other musics are borrowed from country music.
What, do you think there's a main theme going throughout country and western music, a main message or a type of thing they're trying to appeal to in the country and western songs that you do?
Well, the things of country music are much the same in other music. There's love, and love is the main theme of all music, of course. There's much more sadness in country music. I don't know what the real reason is. Maybe because I don't know, because of the fact that it is from the grassroots and from the simple way of life, basically.
He wants an apple.
What's that?
Well, a horse is going to get him.
Oh.
like that apple?
How's Margie doing?
Well, she's doing pretty good. She was at the show in, that's part of my silly hair.
It was on your chin, I thought.
She was at the show in Memphis, and as a special honorary guest, and John introduced her. And she's making out pretty good.
If Johnny would have shook that limb, look up there. That's some good-looking apples. The best apples are still up in the tree, way up in the top. But I couldn't shake them down without
That's
climbing.
all right. I don't want to.
Yeah.
Too many apples.
All right, but
Johnny, they tell me she'll kick. You better watch her.
Roseanne, did you bring me an apple?
Watch her, she will kick if you hit her back there. Don't, Roseanne, watch it, Roseanne.
Watch it, Roseanne.
I'll walk behind her, honey. She might kick you.
I'm sorry, he was just fixing to hit her back there, and that would have been all it would have taken.
Right. Right. You gonna punch her? Get over here, girl.
Oh, John, please, that's cruelty.
Go, Jenny.
Can I fall out
Come
my
here.
face?
Come here.
See what I mean?
I am too. I'm cold.
I'm cold. I cannot continue.
I wish she'd
I must
braid.
go where there's warmth.
She braids just like a jack. Yonks, yonks. Look like Gordon used to do, you know. The first year that we was at Dice, let's see, how old were you? You wasn't 4 years old. I went to Tyron's River one evening. Now, this is true. Oh, Don. Come on in.
Hi, Don.
Real just come in, but I can't get her to come on in here.
Come here.
Come in here,
Climb it up.
Them just come by. They
You have to.
I really don't have to sing that song again, do I?
Yeah, I forgot it. On Monday, we have bread and gravy.
On Tuesday is gravy and bread. On Wednesday and Thursday is gravy and toast. But that's only gravy and bread. On Friday we said to the landlord,
Landlord?
oh, please give us something instead. So on Saturday morning, by way of a change, we had gravy without any bread.
Good
for you.
Hey. Okay, girls, sing. Daddy, you want to sing us a song? Johnny, I ain't no singer. There's one thing, though. Sing about, wasn't that, and his name was Simon Slicker? What's that song? No. Sing on the World War I song. I don't think I could do it. About where you walked up to the fire alarm box and it was in New York? Sing that one. No, let me hear it. Grabbed up a feller. I'd written some letters on the train that I wanted to mail back home. And I'd tell them about the things I'd seen and just how far I'd come. I seen a box all painted red, and I dropped my letters in. Fire engines came from all around, and the bells began to ring. And oh my, what they did to me, squirted water all over me. I grabbed up a man and I said to him, hold me out, I don't want to drown. He said, you're just a darned old rube from a high-grass town. I don't remember all of it, I'm sorry. I ain't gonna sing no more. Tom Ford used to sing that. He learned that to me when I was a little boy.
I was a little boy about 4 years old when the Mississippi River broke the levee at Wilson. Floodwaters come over the cotton land, come up to the doorstep at the front of the house. One morning I was laying in the bed and I heard my mama hollered at my daddy. She said, how high is the water, Daddy? 2 feet high and rising. How high is the water, Mama? She said, it's 2 feet high and rising. We can make it to the road in a homemade boat. That's the only thing we got left that'll float. It's already over all the wheat and oats. 2 feet high and rising. How high is the water, Mama? 3 feet high and rising. How high is the water, Papa? She said it's 3 feet high and rising. Well, the hives are gone, I lost my bees. Chickens are sleeping in the willow trees. Cows in water up past her knees. 3 feet high and rising. How high is the water, Mama? 4 feet high and rising. How high is the water, Papa? She said it's 4 feet high and rising. Hey, come look through the window pane. The bus is coming, gonna take us to the train. Looks like we'll be blessed with a little more rain. 4 feet high and rising. How high's the water, Mama? 5 feet high and rising. How high's the water, Papa? She said it's 5 feet high and rising. The rails are washed out north of town. We gotta head for higher ground. Can't come back till the water goes down. 5 feet high and rising. 5 feet high and rising.
When you see that two-faced blonde, it's something you can tell her. You need not lose her time away trying to steal my feller. Oh, when you don't support me with 100 navy blue, and I don't care about the fun you wear, don't do a thing for you. If I was on the foggy mountain top, I'd sail all the way to the west. I'd sail all around this old wide world to the boy I love the best. Oh, lady, oh, lady, oh, lady, lady,
It's a one for the money, honey, two for the show. Free to get ready, now go, cat, go, but don't you step on my blue suede shoe. You can't do anything but lay off on my blue suede shoe. You can knock me down and step in my face, slander my name all over the place, do anything that you wanna do, but children, lay off of them shoes and don't you step on my blue suede shoe. You can do anything but lay off of my blue suede shoe. All right. Well, you can burn my house, steal my car, drink my liquor from an old fruit jar, do anything that you wanna do, but children, lay off of them shoes and don't you step on my blue suede shoe. You can do anything but lay off of my cotton picking shoe. All right, blue, blue, blue suede shoe, blue, blue, blue suede shoe, blue, blue, blue suede shoe, blue, blue, blue suede shoe. Do anything but lay off of my blue suede shoes. Let's rock it just one more time now. Blue, blue, blue suede shoe, blue, blue, blue suede shoe, blue, blue, blue suede shoes, baby, blue, blue, blue suede shoe. Do anything but lay off of my blue suede shoes.
180 were challenged by Travis to die by the line that he drew with his sword when the battle was nigh. Any man that would fight to the death cross over, but him that would live had better fly. And over the line went 179. Hey, Santa Ana, we're killing your soldiers below. That men, wherever they go, will remember the Alamo. Boyd lay dying, but his powder was ready and dry. Flat on his back, Boyd killed him a few in reply. And young Davy Crockett was singing and laughing with gallantry fierce in his eye. For God and for freedom, a man more than willing to die. Hey, Santa Ana, we're killing your soldiers below. That men, wherever they go, will remember the Alamo.
Oh, my feet hurt.
Thank you.
Welcome to Portland.
Thank you. Nice to be with you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi. How you doing?
Just fine.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Great showing.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. How you doing? Thank you. Thank you. That's all.
You don't remember me, I got pictures of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll sing.
Thank you, my sweet.
Wait a minute, Robert gave it like this. He wanted to see us. Wait a minute. When I thinks about the best we could say about Johnny.
Well, it's very nice.
I even got a tune to it.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Thunder, lightning, rain or sleet, Johnny Cash just can't be beat. This ain't no lying and ain't no bluff. When Johnny sings, he does his stuff.
That's very nice.
See, Johnny, we got talent up here in Portland.
You sure do.
You sure do
Very
have.
Nice meeting you. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming.
Enjoy the show.
Well, I'm glad you did. Good. Well, that's fine.
Bye-bye. Good to see you.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. We'll see you then. Honey, this young man has logging songs.
I don't know how to work a cheater, John. Just take it off, huh? I don't know how we're gonna get much of a sound.
I want to hear what you think is your best song that I might possibly could do.
I think probably the best songs is on the album there, John, that you might do. I'd like to do some for you that are not on the album, if that'd be all right. Can I sing you this one song I wrote for Biscuit? Now, everybody got a pet name for their wife, and I got this one for Biscuit, so. My little woman's like a batch of homemade biscuits. How she'll turn out, I never really know. Sometimes she's warm and soft and sweet like a fresh baked light bread biscuit. But sometimes she's cold and hard like half-baked sourdough. So I just call her Biscuit, use her a pet name. And that just seemed to fit her to a T. Now buttering up a hot biscuit's a fairly easy thing to do. But stale butter on a cold hard biscuit is a near catastrophe. And I'm gonna have a hard time buttering biscuit up tonight. She'll be cold and hard and burnt to a crisp, spoiling for a bite. I'll have to turn on all the charm and lie with all my might. Even then it won't be easy a buttering biscuit up tonight. I stopped at a honky-tonk to cash my paycheck. Run into a cute little cookie I used to know. Now I'm heading home when I'm drunk and sick and plumb out of excuses. I mean that cute little cookie we spent all of my biscuits dough. And I'm gonna have a hard time buttering biscuit up tonight. She'll be cold and hard and burnt to a crisp, spoiling for a fight. I'll have to turn on all my charm and lie with all of my might. Even then it won't be easy a buttering biscuit up tonight. Really good. Oh, John, you don't know what a pleasure it is to be here singing for me.
Oh man, I'm enjoying. You really putting words together good.
We're doing a big show in Chehalis tomorrow night with Loggers World newspaper sponsors. We're having the world champion speed climber, Dwight Carpenter, and world champion tree topper, and all of them are at the show with us.
Well, that would be something to see.
And I sure would like to have you people there, but I know you can't be.
I would give anything to be there, but I got to be in Seattle tomorrow night.
This is
Well, just tell him John said his best.
Sure do.
Can I tell him that?
Tell him I said I wish I was there.
All right, I sure will. Can I tell him you did too, Jim?
Yes, tell him we certainly wish we could be there. I wish we could.
Hey,
Hi.
we want you to play a song for us.
What?
Great Speckled Bird. I mean, just asking for him, but I
They're
know.
gonna run me out of here.
Just
All
part
right,
of
open
it.
the door.
Part of it. Come on, honey. Come on. Just part of it. We got the record.
What a beautiful thought I am thinking concerning the great speckled bird, and to know that my name is recorded on the pages of God's holy word, desiring to lower her standard. I watch every move that she makes. They long to find fault with her teaching, but really she makes no mistakes. And when he cometh descending from heaven on a cloud like he rode in his word, I'll be joyfully carried to meet him on the wings of a great speckled bird.
What do you think that means?
The great speckled bird is a symbol of the church. That's what it means. You were talking about the songs being a part of me. Now, we bought some property up near Smithville. It's woods, and there's a trout stream running through the cliffs. And we were up there not long ago, June and the girls and I. And I sat down on a rock and started writing a thing that I don't know if it would be. It might possibly be recorded commercially. I don't know. It's called, What I Need Is You. All I Need Is You, I believe, yeah. You're all I need. Beside a singing mountain stream, where the pussy willow grew, where the silver leaf of maple sparkled in the morning dew, I braided twigs of willow, made a string of buckeye beads. But flesh and blood needs flesh and blood, and you are what I need. Flesh and blood needs flesh and blood, and you are what I need. I leaned against the bark of birch, and I smelled the honeydew. I watched the flock of geese against the sky of baby blue. I walked among the lily pads, carved a whistle from a reed. Mother Nature's quite a lady, but you are what I need. Mother Nature's quite a lady, but you are what I need. And there's another verse, of course, I always forget the last verse.
John was writing his songs down.
A mockingbird sang in the trees, and I thanked him for the song. Then the sun went slowly to the west, and I had to move along. I walked beside the wild oats, where the deer and the roebuck feed. But flesh and blood calls for flesh and blood, and you are what I need. Flesh and blood calls for flesh and blood, and you are what I need. There's another little thing I wrote just in one of my long moods. We got married in a
fever, hotter than a fiddler's cry. We've been talking about Jackson ever since the fire went out. I'm going to Jackson. I'm gonna mess around. Yeah, I'm going to Jackson. Look out, Jackson Town.
Well, go on down to Jackson. Go ahead and wreck your hell. Don't play your hand in. Talking man, make a big fool of yourself. Yeah, go to Jackson. Go comb your hair.
Honey, I'm gonna snowball Jackson.
See if I can.
Well, when I breeze into that city, people gonna stoop and bow. All them women gonna make me teach them what they don't know how. I'm going to Jackson. You turn a loose in my coat, my long tail coat. Yes, I'm going to Jackson.
Lights on, Shira.
I've learned to adapt very well to prosperity. I like it. I mean, I didn't mind the hard work on the farm all that much. Like Louise said, it's something that we had to do, and so we accepted it, that hard work was part of our life. Just 2 weeks ago, Louise, a guy came backstage to ask about the whole family. Said in 1935, in the winter of 1935, he was 17 years old, and he worked for a trucking company in Rising, Arkansas. Him and his daddy drove the truck that took us to Dodge. In 1935, it was in the wintertime, and the 240-mile trip took about 2 days because a lot of the roads were muddy. I remember sleeping in that truck on this road right here going to Dodge.
I'm sure that if you've ever lived on a cotton patch or in the part of the country where times are hard, that you appreciate the good things when they do come much more. John and I talked so many times about the old saying, that line that says, steel is strong because it knew the hammer and white heat.
I was 14, I used to, when I'd go after water at a farmer's house, see, as the river crew progressed further, cutting the banks like they'd make 100 yards a day. Well, after a few days, I'd carry water from another farm farther on down the river. And sometimes I'd carry the water a quarter of a mile, sometimes a half a mile. And at noon, I used to go and turn on the car radios. Some of the workmen that were working on the river would leave their cars up there. I'd turn on the car radio and listen to the radio stations in Memphis, listen to the country music shows.
Eddie Hill, Mike and Chance and all that.
The Lincoln Brothers.
Or even in the cotton fields, we'd be picking or maybe chopping along beside each other. If I'd ask him something very often, he wouldn't even answer me. I'd ask him maybe the second time, and I'd look over at him, and his mind seemed to be far away. So I guess he was dreaming then of maybe some of the things he might do one of these days.
From the home of the world-renowned Grand Ole Opry in Nashville, Tennessee, the Kraft Music Hall presents the second annual Country Music Awards. With guest stars Floyd Lacob, Ted Anton, Pat Boone, Glenn Campbell, Johnny Cash, Dick Clark, Jimmy Davis, Jimmy Dean, Bobby Goldberg, Roger Miller, Jeannie C. Riley, Tex Ritter, Bob Wills, Tammy Wynette, and starring your host, the king and queen of the West, Roy Rogers and Dale Evans.
Thank you very much. We'd like to start off by doing a sort of a little medley of some of the old tunes that kind of helped to make country music what it is today, and I'm sure you'll recognize each one of these songs as we come to them. Deep within my heart lies a melody, a song of old San Antonio, where in dreams I live with a memory.
The instrumentalist of the year, Chet Atkins.
Thank you. The next award is for the Country Music Album of the Year. This award is to the artist, but there will also be a plaque later for the producer. The albums nominated are Best of Merle Haggard, performer Merle Haggard. By the Time I Get to Phoenix, performer Glenn Campbell. Divorce, performer Tammy Wynette. Gentle on My Mind, performer Glenn Campbell. And Johnny Cash at Folsom Prison, performer Johnny Cash. The winner is the album of the year, Johnny Cash at Folsom Prison.
I would like to say, first of all, thanks to the people that help support me to make this possible, to Luther Perkins especially. Thank you. Davis, how you doing? Hello. Oh, how you doing? Are you the fellow that came down from Canada?
That's right, Saskatoon.
I want to listen to you just a minute, okay?
All right.
Be right with you.
Yeah, I'm planning on heading on a mission now.
Who's on next then? When are we on? I'd like to hear some of it. You write songs?
Yeah.
I'd like to hear some of your stuff.
All right. Let's get this done and come off this week.
All right. Have a seat if you want.
No, I'd rather see it. It was just a song I wrote to a friend, and him and I were going merrily downhill, sort of, you know, so he had such high ideals, I kind of hated to stand by and watch him.
Very good writing.
Should I hear another?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Sure. This is just a song about going to looking for a job. But on the bank of Mariposa, there are no footprints against the tide.
Very pretty tune. I would like to get you an audition with Columbia Records.
I don't want to do it just as a favor if you don't think I'm good enough, you know.
I wouldn't do it just as a favor. I wouldn't, if I didn't think you were good enough, I wouldn't do it at all. But I think you've got it, so I'll be happy to try to set you up an audition. Let me check on what I'm going on. I want to hear another if I can. I'll see if I can find a Colombian guy. It's all up to you from now on, so. But I think you got it. I really do. From what I heard, you know how you can write, and you got a sound of your own, so. Just show him everything you got as long as he'll listen, okay?
I'll do that.
All right.
Thanks a lot.
Hey, looky out, you're coming down that railroad track. Hey, looky out, you're coming down that railroad track. It's that orange blossom special, bringing my baby back. Well, I'm going down to Florida and get some sand in my shoes. Or maybe California and get some sand in my shoes. I'll ride that orange blossom special and lose these New York blues. Hey, man, when you going back to Florida? Well, I don't know, I don't reckon I have to go back to Florida. But ain't you worried about getting your own nourishment in New York? Well, I don't care if I do that. Ain't talk about a rambling, she's the fastest train on the line. Ain't talk about a traveling, she's the fastest train on the line. It's that orange blossom special, rolling down a seaboard line. What she does simply walking down the sidewalks of that city make me feel like a stray cat getting fed. She got a whole lot of motion in her soul, yeah, but her soul ain't the place she lets it show. She got a body, oh yeah, she's got emotion, oh yeah, she's gonna get me, oh yeah. She done tore my soul apart, put big blisters on my heart. What a mighty crazy cooking way to go. Boom, 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 boom.
Take one, Johnny Cash, Bob Dylan, 1,000 Miles Behind. Take one.
You want me to get in closer on it? Want me to get in closer?
Down the street the dogs are barking and the day is getting dark. When the night begins to fall, then a dog will lose their bark. Then a silent night will shatter from the sounds inside my mind. And I'm just one too many mornings and 1,000 miles behind.
From the crossroads of my doorstep, my eyes, they begin to fade. And I turn my head back to the room where my love and I have laid. Then I gaze back to the street, the sidewalk and the sign. And I'm one too many mornings and 1,000 miles behind.
Well, it's a restless, hungry feeling. It don't do nobody no good. And everything I'm saying, you can say it just as good. 'Cause you're right from your side, Bob, but I'm right from mine.
I know it.
We're just one too many mornings and 1,000 miles behind. That's right.
Down the street the dogs are barking, and the day is getting dark. As the night comes in a falling, those dogs will lose their bark. And the silent night will shatter from the sounds inside my mind. As I'm one too many mornings and 1,000 miles behind. Just one too many mornings and 1,000 miles behind. But just one too many mornings and 1,000 miles behind. I'm just one too many mornings and 1,000 miles behind. I'm just one too many mornings and 1,000 and 1,000 miles. Another 1,000 miles. Yeah, 1,000 miles behind, 1,000 miles behind. I'm just one too many mornings and 1,000 miles behind.
I got very little Indian blood in me myself, except in my heart. I got 100% for you tonight. It's good to be here.
Gather round me, people. There's a story I would tell about a brave young Indian that we should remember well. From the tribe of the Pima Indian, a proud and peaceful band who farmed the Phoenix Valley in Arizona land. Down their ditches for 1,000 years, the waters grew Ira's people's crops till a white man stole the water rights and the sparkling water stopped. Now Ira's folks were hungry and their land grew crops of weeds. But when war came, Ira volunteered and forgot the white man's greed. Call him drunken Ira Hayes, he won't answer anymore. Not the whiskey-drinking Indian or the Marine that went to war. There they battled up Iwo Jima's hill, 250 men, but only 27 lived to fight back down again. And when that fight was over, and when Old Glory raised, among the men to hold it high was the Indian, Ira Hayes. Call him drunken Ira Hayes, he won't answer anymore. Not the whiskey-drinking Indian nor the Marine that went to war. Ira Hayes returned the hero, celebrated through the land. He was wined and speeched and honored. Everybody shook his hand.
but he was just a Pima Indian. No water, no crops, no chance. At home, nobody cared what Ira done, and when did the Indians dance? And then Ira started drinking hard. Jail was off in his home. There they'd let him raise a flag and lower it like you'd throw a dog a bone. He died drunk early one morning, alone in a land he fought to save. 2 inches of water in a lonely ditch was a grave for Ira Hayes. Call him drunken Ira Hayes, he won't answer anymore. Not the whiskey-drinking Indian nor the Marine that went to war. Yeah, call him drunken Ira Hayes, but his land is just as dry, and his ghost is lying thirsty in the ditch where Ira died.
Oh, great Spirit, straight up tonight, what you have taught us through Johnny Cash, may he return safely home, and may he continue the great work in the people that he carries in his palm of his hand. So in return, O great Spirit, I wish upon Johnny Cash that you will watch him and watch over him, and that he too someday shall reach to be a ripe old age man. And that he too, that you will bless him, and that you will guide him in the palm of his hand.
Well, this old medicine man, when he found out I was going to Wounded Knee the next day, he said, I had a vision that you would write a song. Of course, maybe this is the reason I wrote it, but he said, I had a vision that you would write a song called Bigfoot about the Wounded Knee massacre, victory, tragedy. And maybe it's for that reason that I wrote it. But when I left that place that day, I was so impressed with the whole place. It was such a mystical air hung over the place that I just had to write it. This down here is where they were.
It was all hunted down up this canyon, as far as those pine trees are, across the creek over there.
Yeah.
Way up there on the hill there. That's where they found my grandmother's body. She died up there.
That's where she was shot, huh?
See, I stopped on the hill there with Stewie Beard one time, and he was showing me where they found my grandmother's body. And all those canyon here, they was just like hunting jackrabbits or cottontails, you know. Everything moved, they just shot right into him. I don't know how some of them got out. See, they was all surrounded with troops. And some more keep coming in all the time, you know.
The soldiers buried the people here?
Oh, yeah.
After they were killed?
Yeah. Long trench was dug, and then those bodies was all hauled in here. And they piled them up all along this long grave.
Yeah.
And
is that the names of the people that are there?
Got the list. All the named people that were buried there.
Chief Bigfoot?
Yeah.
Almost half of them were female.
Oh, yes.
Bigfoot, Bigfoot, your mini conju band is mourned and remembered here in South Dakota land. Bigfoot was an Indian chief of a peaceful Indian band, a band of many Conju Sioux from South Dakota land. Bigfoot said to Custer, stay away from Crazy Horse, but Custer crossed into Sioux land, and he never came back across. Then Bigfoot led his people to a place called Wounded Knee, and they found themselves surrounded by the 7th Cavalry. Bigfoot, Bigfoot, rise up from your bed. Many Conju babies cry for their mothers lying dead. An accidental gunshot, and Bigfoot was first to die. And over the noise of rifles, you could hear the babies cry. Bigfoot, Bigfoot, it's good that you can't see. Revenge is being wrought by Custer's 7th Cavalry. Bigfoot, Bigfoot, it's good that you can't see. Revenge is being wrought by Custer's 7th Cavalry. Then smoke hung over the canyon that cold December day. All was death and dying around where Bigfoot lay. And farther up the canyon, some had tried to run and hide, but death had showed no favorites. Women, men, and children died. One side called it a massacre, another a victory, but the white flag still is waving today at Wounded Knee. Bigfoot, Bigfoot, your mini Conju band is mourned and remembered here in South Dakota land. Bigfoot, Bigfoot, your mini Conju band is mourned and remembered here in South Dakota land. Were you there when they nailed him to the cross? Were you there when they laid him in the tomb? Were you there when they laid him in the when the stone was rolled away? Were you there when the stone was rolled away? Sharecropping, and these are sharecropper houses, bungalows here. Most of them are what they call shotgun shacks. That's 3 rooms in a row. Front room, a middle room, and a back room. Now each one of these houses had a barn, a chicken house, a smokehouse where the farmers, they raised their own hogs and cured their meat. And they had a mule and 20 acres of land here. The next house, just up the road, the property line was halfway between the 2 houses. They all had 20 acres of land to begin with in 1935. And this is one of those, you called it a canal, it's a drainage ditch. This is ditch 40.
Are these the banks that they
These are some of the banks that my daddy and all of them were cleaning off when I was a water boy on the river gang.
I just assume right over there, the buses have.
There used to be a cannery that sat right there. There was Dice even had a cannery, and it had a nice bank over there where the Dice Theater is. The only original building on the circle is the administration building. There's the Dice Theater where I saw the Tex Ritter movies and the Sunset Carson, Gene Autry movies.
Did they have more buildings around?
Oh yeah, there was a bank there. There's a bank, a theater. There's a big co-op store over there. There's a nice restaurant there. It was a beautiful little place.
The library's on down here, isn't it?
There is Frank Huff that I was telling you about. Right there he is. Mm-hmm. There is Frank Huff. Hello, Mr. Huff. Let me get out and talk to you a minute. Just a minute, I'll get out. Howdy.
Get out, get out.
I will.
You want to turn it off?
You still live out here on the road?
No, I live here.
Oh, you do?
I'm sure you.
Is J.E. still up north?
Yes, sir, he's still up there. Harry, he's out here.
Hi,
He's out there. He's over there.
How you doing? Glad to see you.
All right, yeah. All right. Long time.
You sure have. Cisco Clifton had a filling station about 1.5 miles from town. Most cars passed unless they were out of gas, so Cisco was always around. Regular gas was all that he sold except tobacco, matches, and oil. Other than that, he fixed lots of flats, keeping Cisco's rough hands soiled. He'd wipe the glass and check the air, and 100 times a day, he patiently gave directions on how to get to the state highway. Usually, he'd give them water, or a tire or two some air, and once a big black Cadillac spent $7 there. He'd give anybody anything they'd ask and lend anything he had, his tools or tires, bumper jacks or wire, to the good ones or the bad. In wintertime, there was a depot stove and a table for the checker game, and every morning at sunup, the same checker players came. So Cisco Clifton's filling station was always in the red. Personal loans were personally gone, but never a word was said. One morning at 8, the checker players heard a big bulldozer roar like a freight, and Cisco said, "I hope my kids stay fed when they build that interstate." It managed to pay for the property where his little filling station sat, and friends still came for the checker game, so Cisco settled for that. He wouldn't say so, but Cisco knew the interstate was too much to fight. But to keep his will and to pay his bills, he did odd jobs at night. He still opened up at sunrise, and the checker game went on. The cars flew past on high-test gas, and the neighbors had sold out and gone. If a car ever did go by, he was lost, and if they stopped, they were treated the same. So at Cisco Clifton's filling station, there's a howdy and a checker game. Squirrels are migrating. They do it about every 40 years, don't they? Something like that.
That's what that one guy did.
Where did they go?
You ever see an albino crow? No. June's cousin, Joe Carter, killed it up in Virginia.
You right sure what a big pigeon?
No, it's an albino crow. He was leading the pack of them. Her cousin shot him and wounded him. He about clawed him to bits.
That might be like here. John Harris had all the girls. One time, everyone got some blue jeans. I mean, some red jeans, not blue jeans.
Yeah, sure.
Somebody said, "Wonder where they bought all these red blue jeans."
He put signs up in his watermelon patch, saying, "Boys, please don't bust the watermelons, but go ahead and get all you want to eat." Well, I guess we'd better move.
Oh, shoot. Rush, no.
Howdy, buddy.
my teeth out. Come on in here. Would you boys come in? This is one Sunday I didn't have dinner cooked before I went to church.
You remember, this is my wife, June.
Hi, how are you? I'm just fine.
This is...
Well, he said he had to come and see you.
Well, I sure am.
This is my sister, Louise. You remember Louise, don't you?
You remember Louise?
June. This is Louise.
Hi. How are you? I always do when I see my...
You remember Louise?
When I see my children. No, I don't always so.
They were, she's already gone when you all moved around.
They were stationed in Virginia. Like one of my own. Yeah. The twins, my babies, we all went out there to see them. Well, that was a long ways from home, wasn't it? Yes, we sure was. We lived there, though, 3 years after that. We went 2 years and worked and then came back home. And then we went back and the boss man built us a house, and I guess we'd have still been there if he hadn't have tried to act like a monkey and fell out of the tree.
I just hate to leave, but...
You gotta go.
Yeah.
I sure hate for you to go. But I'm so glad I got to see you. And give every one of them my love.
I will. They
Take
come.
care of yourself and come back whenever you can.
I will, I sure will.
Well, it's good to see all of
He'll
them.
forget all about it.
No, I don't forget about you.
I know you don't, Johnny. I'm just kidding you like I always did.
Bye,
Yes,
girls.
all right. Well, girls, we'll see you. Take care of them. I will. I'll come back. You come back. Thank you, Miss Karen. Okay. Nice to see all of you. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
We'll see you later.
All right.
All right, well, take care of yourself.
Just come back whenever you can.
Bye.
Yeah.
John, is that the same, was that there back years ago?
No, I don't think these concrete blocks.
Beautiful house we live in it. But at the time, though, I just was seeing. Well, you know that during that time it was a big house. Yeah, it was.
You know,
It was a big
it sure looks smaller, doesn't it?
Yes, it's just amazing how small all the money's like.
Up here, here's something that just broke me up, Louise. On the floor there, the holes where Mama's stove wore holes in the floor.
What year was it that you lived in?
1935.
No, I mean that.
Well, I left here when I was 18 and 19. We moved in this house in the winter of 1935. There were 5 cans of paint sitting there on the floor. It's all there was here, remember? And every one of us sat down in the middle of the floor and cried.
First new house we'd ever owned.
That's where I sat and listened to the radio.
I thought of that very thing. You used to sit there with your ear glued to that radio. Remember at night, Daddy would say, "Turn it down, John."
Yeah.
He'd sit there with his ear glued to that radio and listen to.
Did he think if he turned it
Hank
down, it didn't
Snow,
take as
Gene
much
Autry.
room?
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, at that time, it was a fine house.
It was.
It's like a ghost.
My bills are all due, and the babies need shoes, but I'm busted. Cotton is down to $1/4 a pound, and I'm busted. I got a cow that won't dry, and a hen that won't lay, a big stack of bills that get bigger each day. The county will haul my belongings away. I'm busted. I went to my brother to ask for a loan. I was busted. I hate to beg like a dog for a bone, but I'm busted. My brother said there ain't a thing I can do. My wife and my kids are all down with the flu, and I was just thinking of calling on you. I'm busted.
Well, you had a pretty hard life.
Yeah, in many ways. It was a pretty happy life, though, and it's been a very full life.
Do you think that perhaps your background has influenced the way you sing?
Yes, definitely. Because I sing about a lot of life as I knew it, and if I didn't know about it, I couldn't sing about it.
Getting back to that Folsom Prison album, you had a lot of trouble persuading somebody to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't think it would go? Is that the reason?
Well, you'd have to hear the reaction or response or enthusiasm from the prison audience to really believe it. Maybe it was captured on the album, maybe it wasn't, but the first time I played a prison, I said this is the only place to record an album live, because I never heard a reaction to the songs like the prisoners gave. They weren't ashamed to show their appreciation of it.
I walked in the big yard to feel the warm sunshine. A 99-year man stepped over to me. He offered a smoke, and he said as I rolled it, tomorrow I'm going to break out and go free. They watch us by sunlight, they watch us by spotlight, but I know a way for a man to go free. Down under my cell, I'm digging a tunnel. The walls of a prison will never hold me. Next morning at breakfast, the old man was missing. Then we all heard the rifles high up on the wall. He'd gone through the tunnel just like he had promised, and they said he was crying when they saw him fall. They watch us by sunlight, they watch us by spotlight, but I know a way for a man to go free. Down under my cell, I'm digging a tunnel. The walls of a prison will never hold me.
I'll be down. I was hoping it'd be bad.
But it gives you the same feeling, doesn't it?
Prison's a prison. And that's all it is.
Go around back through the passageway.
I don't know what you're expecting since we're all girls and since we're the only girls on the show, but I've got one announcement to make before we do our part. This is as sexy as I'm going to get. This is all I got. No, this is our little family, and we sing the songs mostly of the old Carter family, and, well, we've been around these parts for a long time, and we're proud to be part of the Johnny Cash Show. This is Mama Maybelle Carter. I'm June. This is my sister Anita back here, and my sister Helen over here. So, we'll sing a few little songs for you, and then you'll see who you've come to see. Old Golden Throat will be right out. We're going to sing some new ones and some old ones, so sit back, relax, take your hands out of each other's pockets, and we'll do a little fun. It's a lesson too late for the learning, baby singing for you this afternoon, but we would like to continue with the Johnny Cash Show and bring to you the man that you've actually come to see. I'm sure you'll enjoy him this afternoon. He seems to have a lot of things in common with you. Mr. Johnny Cash.
Now I taught the weeping willow how to cry, and I showed the clouds how to cover up a clear blue sky. And the tears I cried for that woman are gonna flood you, big river, and I'm gonna sit right here until I die. Then you took me to St. Louis, later on down the river. A freighter said she's been here, but she's gone, boy, she's gone. I found a trail in Memphis, but she just walked up the bluff, raised a few eyebrows, and went on down along. Now won't you bat it down by Baton Rouge, River Queen, roll it on. Take that woman on down to New Orleans, New Orleans. Go on, I've had enough, dump my blues down in the Gulf. She loves you, Big Rook, more than me. Yeah. You guys have to say something nice for the camera now. Don't say shit or anything like that, so can't put that on TV. The fellas here on the bass and on the drums have been with me for about 13 years. This is Marshall Grant and W.S. Holland. Let's give them a big hand. What do you say? The young man on the guitar has been with us just a short while, since the death of our guitar player Luther Perkins. For about 4 or 5 months he joined the group and doing a great job. From Tulsa, Oklahoma, Bob Wooten. Well, we did a show at Folsom Prison in California, and there's some pretty mean-looking characters out there compared to some of you fellas. One guy I know was in for life for stealing eggs. Here's some of the songs we did out at Folsom, and we've done almost all of our shows. 10 years ago, on a cold, dark night, someone was killed near the town hall lights. There were few at the scene, but they all agreed that the slayer who ran looked a lot like me. The scaffold is high and eternity's near. She stood in a crowd and shed not a tear. But sometimes at night, when a cold wind moans in a long black veil, she cries o'er my bones. She walks these hills in a long black veil. She visits my grave when the night winds wave. Nobody knows, nobody sees, nobody knows but me. We got married in a fever, hotter than a pepper drought. We've been talking about Jackson ever since the fire went out. I'm going to Jackson. I'm gonna mess around. Yeah, I'm going to Jackson. Look out, Jackson Town.
You big talking man, and I'll be waiting in Jackson. I'm a J-Pan fan.
Well, when I breathe into that city, the people gonna stoop and bow. All them women gonna make me teach them what they don't know how. I'm going to Jackson. You turn loose of my coat. Yeah, I'm going to Jackson.
That's all she wrote. Women laugh at you in Jackson, and I've dancing on a funny kid. They'll reach around in town like a scalded hound with your tail up between your legs. Yeah, go to Jackson, you big talking man, and I'll be waiting in Jackson. I'm a J-Pan fan.
Well, we got married in a fever, hotter than a pepper drought. We've been talking about Jackson ever since the fire went out. I'm going to Jackson, and that's a fact. Yeah, we're going to Jackson. Ain't never coming back. Well, we got married in a fever, hotter than a pepper Join your friends while you got 'em, 'cause you know they're getting fewer every day. You can't wait to let them take you to the bottom, and I'm getting tired of standing in your way. But when you hit the ground, don't come looking around, or the
of the love you threw away. That's the price of the high life you're living, and you still got the devil to pay. You've been flying so high you don't know that you're blind to the right on the wall. But someday you'll look down and you'll find you got no place to fall. When your bright lights are gone, you'll be standing alone, forsaken in the naked light of day. And then you'll know that it's all over but the dying, and you've still got the devil to pay. When your bright lights are gone, you'll be standing alone, forsaken in the naked light of day. And then you'll know that it's all over but the dying, and you've still got the devil to pay.